Security guard gunned down in Portmore. A man was gunned down in Portmore Pines, Portmore, St. Catherine. Killed was 24-year-old Jay Moore of a St. James address, who was employed by a courier company, Berylum, as a security guard. No motive has been established in Moore's killing. It is reported that about 10:40 p.m., explosions were heard in Portmore Pine area and the police called. He was assisted to hospital where he died from injuries received. The Portmore Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the fatal shooting. 2 men charged jointly with soldier for illegal gun ammunition offered bail. The 2 men who were jointly charged with a Jamaica Defense Force private in relation to the seizure of an illegal firearm and ammunition in St. Elizabeth were offered $700,000 bail on Thursday when they appeared in court. Trevor Williams and Dwayne Goldburn are to report to the police station in St. James and St. Elizabeth daily. The men are facing charges of possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Chevin Buchanan, the soldier, was offered bail on October 14. All 3 men are to return to court on October 28. It is reported that on September 29, the 3 were traveling in a blue Toyota Mark X motorcar along the Wise Main Road in St. Elizabeth when they were signaled to stop. During a search of the vehicle, a Smith & Wesson pistol with a magazine containing 10 cartridges was found in the center console. The 3 men were transported to Black River Station where they were charged. Spanish Town man charged with false imprisonment over ex-girlfriend who ended relationship. A St. Catherine man who has been charged with false imprisonment for tying up his ex-girlfriend and leaving her inside the house for hours after she ended the relationship. He is 26-year-old Nevada Daly, self-employed, of Etham Park, Spanish Town. It was reported that about 11 a.m. on Monday, October 14, there was a dispute between Daly and the 22-year-old complainant. The complainant reportedly decided to end the relationship and proceeded to leave the premises. It is being alleged that in a bid to prevent her from leaving, the accused used a piece of rope to tie her up, lock her inside the house, and then left. After hours of being tied up, the woman eventually managed to free herself about 5 p.m. and subsequently made a report to the Spanish Town police. An investigation was launched and Daly was arrested and charged on Wednesday. Several Clarendon residents still in shelters months after Hurricane Beryl. The effects of Hurricane Beryl still linger as several people in Clarendon remain in temporary shelters more than 3 months after the July 3rd passage of the storm. Reporters visited one of the temporary shelters, still where 10 people are being housed as they have nowhere else to call home. Clarendon was among the hardest hit parishes in central and southern Jamaica. One resident, Patsy, said she has lost hope as she is receiving no assistance. Yesterday, the man we did do the paperwork for the house them come and tell me that my name come off of the list, so me not have no house to get. Not even check we no get in the shelter, and nobody na assist with nothing. Sometime them send little food come, but a long time them no send me no food. We have to find food for ourselves, she bemoaned. Another resident, Randall, said supply rations have also been meager. He said it is difficult to stay afloat. The group has been in the shelter since before Hurricane Beryl. Meanwhile, shelter manager Althea Brown, who has lost her home during Beryl, said keeping the facility in operation has become burdensome. She said a few people have left, including one woman who returned to her damaged house because she reportedly could not cope with the stigma of remaining at the shelter. She gone back home, so when the rain fall, our house a leak, water run through her roof, but she prefer to stay over there where she have her own space and not been stigmatized. As for me not cope 100, but me I go through the process until better come, she stated. She also shared that the experience is not very pleasant. Police have learned from scamming in Mobay, stated Chang. Against the backdrop of an increase in murders in the South Central Parish, Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has reassured residents that the government will not allow lottery scamming to take over the usually quiet parish. Dr. Chang, who is also Member of Parliament for St. James Northwest, said the police have learned from previous years of scamming influence in Western Jamaica, where he claimed the illegal activity started. It has entered into the Mandeville picture in recent years maybe about 5 or 6 years, and now it has developed into quite a business activity. In that kind of activity, there is a lot of cash involved, and there tend to be tension between the individuals. This is more severe in the areas where it is coming in new, he said on Thursday in Albion, Manchester. When they have it established in Montego Bay for some years, they had a high number of murders, and it has peaked, so to speak, and then settled off, but the police built up the requisite intelligence to apprehend most of the players, stated Chang. He reiterated his claim that illicit lucrative scheme originated in Montego Bay. It is known that scamming started in Montego Bay. They have hit well over 30 years. It has almost become a part of the culture, he said, while pointing to the bloodshed in Montego Bay linked to the scamming scheme. He stressed that while Manchester sees more than 40 murders as a crisis, he has had to deal with 47 murders in 1 month in his constituency due to scamming. According to Chang, there is a wronging trend to contract killers among lottery scammers. In Manchester, they are just moving to get into the space where they can identify the players and monitor them carefully. But what you get happening in these situations is that pretty soon they engage in contract killings, and that is far more brutal, he stated. They will go for a particular target and they will kill whoever is nearby, stated Chang. Official figures from the police show 42 murders in Manchester up to October 12, and almost 23% increase over the 34 recorded for the same period last year. The parish has also recorded 36 shootings, 9% above last year. Chang in the meantime assured that the police were more advanced and dealing with lottery scamming and the violence associated with it. It has emerged in Mandeville. We are better prepared for it. The police is better prepared. They have had their experience from elsewhere, and they are trained and organized to deal with it, he said. I came to Manchester because Manchester has seen an uptick in homicides this year, not a big uptick relatively speaking, but still, they are in the 40s, which is unusual for Manchester. I came to meet with the people. They seem to be in full grasp of the information in terms of perpetrators, added Chang. He toured the Mandeville market where 2 weeks ago, an attack by a gunman at the side entrance of the facility left 2 people dead and 5 others injured. Dr. Chang was joined by Member of Parliament for Manchester Central, Rhoda Crawford, and Member of Parliament for Manchester North Western, Michael Phillips, during his tour. The police have identified much of the root cause of the problem, which is some internal conflict in small gangs over money and over things that are of value to gangsters. Plus, there are some overseas players as well, but we have had significant success in apprehending the local players, he stated, while pointing out that the police have a clear-up rate of 76% for major crimes. I want to commend the commander, DSP Duncan, and his team for the work they are doing. This is a challenge for a place like Manchester, which has no history of gun violence, added Chang, who noted that several businesses in the area such as Albion have been closed. He urged residents, including party promoters, to help themselves by appealing to troubled individuals to not engage in criminal activities. We have no interest in locking down businesses, but we have to protect lives, and it gives us an opportunity to intensify operation, and those who are breaking the curfew are the ones who want to escape out of the zone. Literally, once you put that in place, the rats try to escape. Plus, you get more information when the place is quiet. Individuals will talk to the police quietly, said Chang, as he sought to justify the need for curfews. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.